Abraham Hicks refers to a deeper part of reality, a broader perspective with words such as source, infinite intelligence, and inner being. But what are those exactly? Abraham teaches that we are source energy or infinite intelligence, and talks about our emotional guidance that comes from our inner being, but not about what that inner being is exactly, or how to directly experience it, maybe the way Esther does when channeling Abraham. If that's what we really are, what does it mean exactly? We define ourselves with that which we identify most, for example, our bodies, memories, and desires. But is any of that essential to who we are? That which is essential to us is that which can't be removed from us. It's not subject to change. It remains with us all the time. If it's removed from us and we still have a sense of self, then it's not essential to who we really are. So what is that most irreducible, fundamental aspect of ourselves? Who are we really? Beyond the limitations of our mind and body, beyond the stories we tell ourselves of our personal identity, our traits, titles, labels, our memories, preferences, desires, hopes, and fears. Beyond all of that, I've never had an experience of a more expanded state of consciousness, of self-transcendence. I believe in universal consciousness, a broader perspective. I just never had a direct experience of it, or at least I don't think I have. And today I'm going to try something that may give me a glimpse of it. I want to bypass my ordinary ego consciousness. Even during meditation, it's hard for me to quiet my mind and stop incessant thinking, to go beyond a sense of self. I want to have that broader experience. And maybe this place will help me get there. Hi there. I'm here for my 6:30 appointment.
You've been here before, man?
No, my first time. That's why I'm recording it. Is it okay if I record?
Sure.
Thanks. Have you done it before?
Yeah.
What have you experienced?
I think it's different for everybody. You know, it's kind of hard to say. It's different for me every time. You know, I think that I'm a different person every time I get in there. I think being in there and eliminating the sensation of gravity can kind of allow, your mind to be like redirected elsewhere, per se.
Because that's the thing, I know it gets your body out of the way because it's sensory deprivation, but does it get your mind out of the way too?
Right. Well, I think with that comes like anything else that you work at, it's like a muscle, So like the first few times, you're getting all that like initial, all those like junk thoughts out kind of,
Right.
kind of like emptying the trash, so to speak.
Right.
So I think, the more you do it, the bigger those muscles can get and you can kind of get out of your own way,
I'm looking forward to that.
The dimensions of the chamber are 7 feet tall, 8 feet long, and 5 feet wide, and contain around 12 inches of water and over 1,000 pounds of irreducibly Epsom salts. This saline solution will allow you to float effortlessly in a sensory-free environment. We appreciate you choosing Float Lab for your sensory deprivation experience.
Do you have any questions or concerns? There's about 1,300 pounds of Epsom salt inside the water.
Got it. And so when I lie down, I'll lie down into water, whatever bed that is. It's going to be in water.
Yeah.
And my head will be above it, of course.
Yeah.
Got it.
It'll go right above your ears, maybe like over the top of your body a little bit.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it's
floating in the water effortlessly.
It's pitch black?
Yep, complete deprivation, no light, no sound on the inside.
Got it. And how long total will I be in there?
It's 6:30 now. We're gonna knock at 8:30.
Oh wow, 2 hours like that.
It sounds long, but once you kind of get in there, relax and accept the situation, it tends to be, very relaxing. And
Okay.
time seems to pass a little differently in there as well.
I read something about having cuts or scrapes on you that would potentially hurt if...
do something.
Okay, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of sensory deprivation if I'm feeling pain the whole time.
It's like a natural kind of petroleum jelly type thing.
Like with something like this, like a scratch like that, would that hurt? Oh, really? Okay.
Well, just in case.
Okay. I don't want it to be painful.
Yeah.
I want it to be pleasant and not feel anything, actually.
I'm going to put you in the second room on the left side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just going now?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Perfect, thank you. All right, let's do this. I have a big sense of self right now. Here's the idea. While in an ideal sensory deprivation chamber, if we can eliminate all bodily sensations and sensory perceptions, and if we can forget all memories of the past and prevent any thoughts of the present or future, we can get a feel for our most basic state of existence, of what it feels like to just be. Pure being, to experience I am and that's it. Not everything else that comes after I am, like I'm a man or woman, husband or wife, tall or short. Just I am. What if we can do that and momentarily forget everything our ego self identifies with, like our possessions, work, social status, knowledge, education, skills, appearance, relationships, beliefs, personal history, politics, sex, religion, and culture? What remains is what Eastern spiritual traditions call pure awareness. So who are we really? We have an intuition that we are not our bodies. I mean, when we get a haircut, we don't feel like we've become lesser versions of ourselves. Even if we were to lose a limb, we wouldn't feel proportionally less than who we are. Our bodies have dramatically changed over the years, and yet there's still a continuity of self. We also have an intuition that we are not our material possessions, our jobs, activities, relationships, etc. These are all temporary, limited aspects of our identities, and therefore can't be who we are fundamentally. So what remains beyond the physical is the mental. We identify with that which we experience mentally. The only thing we directly experience, in fact, is our consciousness, our perceptions, thoughts, and emotions. But those mental experiences are also temporary. They aren't absolute and therefore can't be fundamental to who we really are. Our thoughts and emotions are fleeting and fickle. Our memories of what we've done in our lives aren't reliable. I mean, we remember things the way we want to remember them. We often reinterpret past events according to our current moods and ways of thinking. Our ideals and beliefs often change. So we're not even what we think about. Who we really are must be broader than that. I believe Descartes didn't finish the sentence. It's not that I think, therefore I am. It's I think, therefore I am separate. Yes, it's true that our thoughts and beliefs may define who we are at any given moment, but it's a limited version of who we really are. Our egotistical way of thinking only describes a part of ourselves that's separate from all that we are, from a deeper part of consciousness, from reality at large, from what Abraham Hicks calls our inner being or infinite intelligence. And maybe Descartes was misunderstood and was actually referring to that deeper consciousness, that broader perspective. Our thoughts and beliefs give us a sense of separate identity from everyone else and allow for a continuity of personhood from day to day. But who is it that witnesses these thoughts? And who is it that exists between thoughts? I mean, we don't just disappear when we're not thinking. Don't we still exist in the gaps between our thoughts, in the moments of no thought and in deep sleep? If you were stripped of all of your memories, sensations, and perceptions, you would still experience a sense of self, perhaps your true self, the transcendent self that people have reported directly experiencing in meditation, flashes of insight, and psychedelic use. And a self that's divested of all physical and mental characteristics will be the absolute same for you and me and anyone else. Our pure awareness of just I am will be the exact same. So there's a sense that this awareness would be absolute and universal. It hints at a single universal consciousness that we're all a part of. And that's what I wanted to experience today in the float tank, but I didn't. It didn't work. I was able to lose a sense of my physical body, but not my thoughts. I mean, the weightless floating feeling was a nice touch and made a difference. I was definitely very physically relaxed and mentally calm, more than any other meditation experience I can remember. There were even moments when I completely lost a sense of time and where I was. I may have dozed off a few times and experienced a hypnagogic state. But was there a moment of no thought in between any of those experiences? Can I merely not recall them? Maybe. But all in all, based on how I feel now, I don't think I had a self-transcendent experience. I still had a sense of my identity from past memories, present ideas of who I am, and future projections. So, if sensory deprivation didn't work, maybe sensory overload will. Like this video if it resonated with you, and if you want to see more, and subscribe below to follow me on my journey.